Hello everybody, my name is Davey and welcome to the LEGO channel. It's been a very hot minute since I made a video. I think it's been almost a month since I made a video actually, so whoopsie doopsie. I got sick and after I stopped feeling sick there wasn't really much to talk about LEGO wise. I've got plenty of sets that I want to build and show off to you guys, but until I have the space to display them once I've built them, I can't really do big sets. And I don't really have any other small sets to talk about at the moment. I'd like to talk about some battle packs soon, but I don't have any on hand to do that with. So I haven't really had much to make content out of for a hot minute. The good news is, there's a new LEGO Star Wars magazine out. I've not picked up the Minecraft one because it's just Steve. But I did pick up this one. Although I'm now going to be really irritated for a second. This is my really quick rant. Every single episode I have this. I'm going to have another one. You know how I keep saying that these are having a shorter and shorter shelf life, and how the last one came out on the 13th, and I was like, they used to come out on like the 26th, and you know, at this point we're going to have one that has a shelf life for 2 days. Well, we actually have. We've had one with a shelf life for 2 weeks. Yep, because of this magazine in my hand right here, you're probably looking at this thinking, oh yeah, it's mid-late of the month, it's about time that the magazine comes out. This, however, this came out in October. October 30th, this magazine came out. Again, I haven't had a moment where I can sit and make this video, so I'm late to do it, but this isn't a new magazine. This has been out for a while. It came out about 2 weeks after the TIE pilot. It's really frustrating, because we really are going to have a month where there's going to be a magazine, it's going to be out for like 2 days, and then we're going to get another magazine. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know what's causing this. Our shops just... Is it one shop puts them out earlier by mistake, and then all the others put them out to try and compete? Or is LEGO saying to put them out earlier and earlier? Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's annoying. It's annoying, and it's wrong. So whoever's doing it, stop doing it. Okay, rant out the way. Let's talk about the LEGO magazine. I like the way this one looks straight away. I like this cover because it reminds me of when I first discovered LEGO Star Wars magazine was a thing. And that was when we had the polybag on the front, that's R2-D2 and C-3PO. Actually, I think it was like C-3PO and a Gonk droid or something, but it was like 2 droids on the front, just like that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But a quick comb through it, we've got a comic that's talking about the T6 Shuttle, that's the polybag set. We do see 2 characters that we haven't seen for a while, an R5 astromech and a black protocol droid, like a black C-3PO. And I gotta be honest, I think that the black C-3PO is a new one. I think that this one's new because it's got arm printing, and I don't remember the previous one having that. The astromech could be new again, but it's really hard to tell. Astromechs always look so similar. But I wouldn't expect this to mean that we're getting a new Black Protocol droid. It could just be a custom character that they've done for the magazine. It's not impossible. But usually, when there's a character in the comics, they end up coming into the polybags. The polybags and comics tend to tie up together pretty well. With the Minecraft ones we had for a couple months, we had this comic story where it was this set of Minecraft adventurers with drowns and all sorts, and all of the Minecraft adventurers ended up coming into the polybags, and we ended up seeing the drowned in a polybag. And this magazine, it talks about the T6 Shuttle in one of the comics, and the T6 Shuttle is the set on the polybag. So the comics and polybags do tend to connect together a lot of the time. So it's possible we could see a Black Protocol droid, but if we did, I would not expect to see that on the polybag. That would probably be in some kind of actual LEGO set, and because it's something that they haven't done in a hot minute since I think the Death Star the last one was in, and since it's something that, you know, a lot of people will want, it will probably be in some big expensive set, like the next Death Star. But that is possible, and I'm hoping that that is what we're going to get. Obviously, the magazine is a little bit important because inside you get the instructions telling you how to build the polybag. Most of the time, you will need something for that. So, there you go. It tells you how to make it, so you don't have to try and just guess it yourself. You don't have to reverse engineer it from the image. And finally, on the back of the polybag, it says that we're going to be getting next month the Bad Batch Marauder, which I absolutely love. This is a little dusty because it's been sitting in a box since I can't put it on display yet, but look at how beautiful the Marauder set looks. I'll even put the wings out for you guys. Look at how absolutely beautiful that looks. The only thing I don't like about it is that this wing is too short. This one should be about this tall. Then it would be pretty accurate, and then it would be a good set. Or maybe it is meant to be that small, and it just looks a little strange. I don't know, but I thought this top wing was meant to be taller. But that is actually one of my very few complaints about this set. The only other complaint I have is Wrecker's helmet, which is just the old Iron Man helmet that no one liked. But being honest, that's pretty much my only complaint with this set. I want to do a proper video talking about it and reviewing it soon. But I really like this set, so to see that we're going to be getting a little polybag version, a small mini build of it, I like that, that's cool. Also, I want to apologise now, I have absolutely no idea how, but at 3 o'clock in the afternoon I'm already losing daylight. This is just absolute bullshit. Anyway, let's talk about the actual polybag. We've talked about the boring stuff, I've talked about the big set, let's talk about the polybag. Polybag acquired. Okay. Don't know how I feel about this one. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this one. Behold, this is what it looks like. So first of all, yeah, this is... The rockets on the back are the least secure build I've ever seen LEGO do, actually. I can't remember anything as insecure as that is. The instructions were a little confusing with 2 steps. Firstly, it was step 8 when it's telling you to put the rockets together. I thought it meant to put these studs on the bottom, but you're supposed to put the studs on the top. That was a bit confusing. And then the other confusing bit is on step 10, because on step 10 it tells you to build these wings and put it so that specifically there's one tile on the corner is sitting on there. So you've got this really thin structure like that. And what you do, you take your wing, it just sits right there on that red bit, and that's it. I thought that because there's this incline at the bottom, it's meant to sit somehow on it like that, so that you have the grey sitting on top of the grey, and then the bottom touches onto the red somehow, but I couldn't quite figure out what I was supposed to do, and it wasn't very clear, and it took me a few minutes to understand that's what it wanted me to do. So, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm also not sure how I feel about this dome bit on the end. Maybe it should have been done in transparent, but maybe it would have been better if it was printed, or... I don't know, I'm just, again, I don't know how I feel about the dome on the end. It just looks a little odd to me, but... Besides from that, let's talk good about this. Let's talk about the good things. I like the way it comes together. It's a good shape representing the actual ship. And the fact that you can not move the rocket, the fact that you can... God, just do the thing. Just do the thing! The fact that you can turn the middle, so you can have it like landed mode, or you can have it in like flying mode. That's pretty cool. I like that. But that concludes what I can talk about that I like about it. It wasn't very easy to put together. It doesn't feel very secure, you know. The wings wobble. Wobble, 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 wobble. It's just a very fragile build, and I know that these are a little bit fragile, and they're going to be because there's such limited pieces. But there's better ways that they could have done this. What they could have done is they could have used hollow studs that have a hole in them so that you can put a shaft through, putting a shaft through the middle, and then using some kind of hollow 1x3 so that you can put the shaft going all the way through the middle and the rockets that make the rocket more secure. And I'm sure they could have found a better way to attach the wings than just this one little block there. So I don't know, it looks good, but it doesn't feel good. That's my thoughts of this month's magazine, but I'm saying this month, there's going to be a new one out probably tomorrow at this rate. You know, we're a little bit late actually for the LEGO magazines, and it's still the same one on shelves. Start ringing your bell and chanting at LEGO that they've got to release another magazine before it has a full month as a shelf life. But anyway, that pretty much concludes what I've got to talk about this month. LEGO magazine, final review. Looks good? Yes. Feels good? No. Fun to build? Okay-ish. Not the best LEGO magazine we've had, but far from bad. I'd rather something like this than they just gave us, like, I don't know, a keychain. Like, not even a LEGO figure, it's just like a weird shaped keychain, like Ahsoka's head is a keychain, and that's it, that's the magazine. Yeah, I still prefer this rather than if they just did something absolutely awful like that, but this is far from their best one. Before I end off today's video, I want to give a thank you to POGGERS for sponsoring this video. POGGERS is a powdered drink brand that will supply with all the vitamins and nutrients that your body needs. They're focused on giving you that feeling of nostalgia with giving you a taste that you just want more of. I genuinely drink a lot of POGGERS in my own time. I've actually nearly finished my POGGERS pack there, so I've got to buy some more POGGERS soon. But thankfully, using code Davey, I can get 10% off when I order my POGGERS, and so can you. All you've got to do is click that link below, go to poggerslifestyle.com and use code Davey in the shop to get that 10% off, because it also really helps out my channel. POGGERS has a bunch of flavours, they're absolutely delicious, and if your order is over $50, then you get free delivery in the United States. But don't worry if you're not in the United States, because guess what? POGGERS has a bunch of delivery options going from the fastest to the cheapest, so you can go anywhere in the world to order it, and you can choose the delivery option that's most suitable for you. I like POGGERS because it tastes good, it looks good, and it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. And they were kind enough to support this channel, so please go to poggerslifestyle.com, check them out, and use code David to show some support to our channel. Alright, I think that's all for this episode. I'm going to try and make more consistent uploads again, but forgive me if the first couple weeks are slow, because I'm still doing so much right now, and my head is just... Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.